use of dollar in Nigeria. Kogi governor signs law establishing CUSTECH teaching hospital, OKENE. Ukraine says Russian general killed in Moscow, a legitimate target. And in sports, Nigerian ADEMOLA LOOKMAN wins 2024 CAF African Player of the Year. A very warm welcome to you. This is MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence state of Nigeria. I am GOVT Daniel. Thanks for joining. President Bola TINUBU has approved the new harmonized terms and conditions of service, HTACOS, for the officers and enlisted personnel of the Nigerian Armed Forces. This approval came during a National Defense Council meeting at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Dada Olusegun, the Special Assistant to the President on social media, announced the development via his verified X handle. He described the approval as a significant step towards improving the welfare of soldiers, ratings, and airmen. The new HTACOS aims to tackle long-standing challenges in the military, offering a unified framework to streamline policies and enhance services conditions across all levels. The initiative highlights the administration's commitment to boosting the morale and operational readiness of the armed forces, which play a crucial role in maintaining national security. During the meeting, President TINUBU reaffirms his dedication to the welfare of military personnel, stressing the importance of their contributions in safeguarding Nigeria's territorial integrity and stability. President Bola TINUBU approved the appointment of 8 permanent secretaries in the Federal Civil Service. The newly appointed permanent secretaries are to fill existing and impending vacancies in some states and geopolitical zones. A statement by Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, said that it was the second set of 8 permanent secretaries appointed by President TINUBU, following those appointed last June from Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Jigawa, Ondo, Zamfara, Southeast and South-South. The statement further said that the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation recommended that the new permanent secretaries be appointed after diligent selection. The new appointees include Onwusoro Ihemelandu, Abia State, Ndiomu Philip, Bayelsa State, Anoma Nlia, Ebonyi State, Ogbodo Nnam, Enugu State, Kauba Usman, Gombe State, Usman Aminu, Kebbi State, Oyekunle Nwakuso, Rivers State, and Nadungu Gagari, Kaduna State. President TINUBU urged the new permanent secretaries to demonstrate greater commitment, diligence, and innovation in serving the nation. The Kogi State Governor, Ahmed Usman Ododo, has signed a bill converting the state-of-the-art reference hospital, OKENE, into the Confluence University of Science and Technology, CUSTECH, teaching hospital. This was announced in Lokoja by the State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo, during a press briefing. The move aligns with the National Universities Commission's approval of a full-time Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MBBS program, among other medical courses at CUSTECH. According to Fanwo, the step ensures the program begins on a solid foundation. The Kogi State Government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Nigeria Export-Import Nexen Bank for the development of export-related industries, such as shea butter processing factory and other agro-allied industries at Nexen Bank head office, Abuja. The Secretary to the Government of Kogi State, Dr. Mrs. Ayoade Folashade Arike, led the Kogi State team in company of top government officials. Some of the officials of the government in attendance are the Commissioner for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Idris Asiwaju, Kogi State Auditor General, Yakubu Okala, Chief Economic Advisor to the Governor, MD CEO of Kogi State Investment Promotion Agency, Nda Salami, and Special Advisor to the Governor on Youth Empowerment, Abdulkarim Suleiman. The signing of the MOU between Kogi State Government and the Nigeria Export-Import Nexem Bank marks a significant milestone for the transformation of the state economy in the years to come. The outgoing Executive Director, ED, Kogi State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, KSPHCDA, Dr. Abubakar Yakubu, officially handed over the mantle of leadership to the new ED, Dr. Musa Muazu. In his valedictory speech, Dr. Yakubu expressed his gratitude to the Almighty God for the gift of life and for sustaining him since his assumption of office on October 3, 2017 till date. He also appreciated the former governor Yahaya Bello for considering him worthy of the appointment in the first instance and also reappointing him for the second term, saying he counted it as a great privilege to have served the state in such capacity. Senator Natasha Udag, representing the Kogi Central Senatorial District at the weekend, hosted 4 constituents at her Abuja residence. These individuals are among the 11 she helped facilitate into the Nigerian military service. During their visit, the 4 constituents expressed their gratitude for the senator's support, acknowledging her commitment to assisting the less fortunate in Kogi Central achieve their career aspirations. They visited on behalf of their colleagues who were unable to attend due to being posted to various states. The new officers thanked the senator for helping them fulfill their dream of serving their country. She encouraged them to approach their duties with a strong sense of patriotism, and the senator also emphasized the importance of adhering to the regulations of the Nigerian Army and the law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The senator urged them to be excellent ambassadors for Kogi Central in their respective assignments. A coalition of civil society organizations, COS, community leaders, and concerned citizens from across called on President Bola TINUBU to, as a matter of urgent national importance, to sustain the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission's NUPRC rejection of Shell's request to sell its remaining shares in the Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, to the Renaissance Consortium. The coalition also wants the president to endorse the rejection of the sale of other international oil corporations, such as Total Energies, that are also attempting to sell their stakes in SPDC and other Nigerian onshore oil assets. The group specifically noted that an approval of the sale of Shell's and Total's assets would be a declaration of war with the Niger Delta, stressing that approving Shell's or Total Energies' divestment in its current form without addressing the profound environmental and social cost would be a grave injustice to the people of the Niger Delta and could lead to significant unrest in the region. The coalition also warned that it would be an affront to the generations of Niger Deltans who have fought and died for environmental justice, their homes, and their livelihoods. Solomon Dalong, former Minister of Youth and Sports under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, has made a startling admission about the government he once served. In a candid interview on the Mike On podcast with popular TV host Seun Akibaloye, Dalong confessed that the Buhari-led government misled Nigerians throughout its 8-year tenure, acknowledging that much of what the administration promised did not align with the reality experienced by the people. Dalong, who served in the Federal Executive Council (FEC) during Buhari's first term from 2015 to 2019, expressed his disappointment with the government's performance, reflecting on the broken promises and the administration's failure to meet expectations. The Federal Executive Council (FEC) has officially renamed the University of Abuja to Yakubu Gowon University. This announcement was made by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, following a fake meeting chaired by President Bola TINUBU. Speaking to State House correspondents, the minister explained that the decision was made to honor the former head of state and respected elder statesman Yakubu Gowon. The minister also said the decision will go through the National Assembly, but FEC has taken that decision. On business, a bill seeking to prohibit the use of foreign currencies for transactions in Nigeria has passed its first reading in the Senate. The proposed legislation, introduced by Senator Ned Muna Nwonko, aims to strengthen the Naira by making it the exclusive currency for all domestic payments, including salaries and export transactions. Senator Nwonko argued that the widespread use of foreign currencies for local transactions has weakened the Naira's value and contributed to ongoing economic challenges. If passed into law, this bill will represent a major shift in Nigeria's monetary policy, placing the Naira at the core of the nation's financial and trade systems. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has said the Nigeria's inflation rate increased from 33.8% in October to 34.6% in November 2024. The Bureau, which stated this in its Consumer Price Index (CPI) reports for November 2024, which captured was on December 16, 2024, said that the rate represented an increase of 0.72% compared to the rates recorded in October 2024. The BNS also said that the headline inflation rate on a year-on-year basis was 6.40 percentage points higher than the rate recorded in November 2023, 28.20%. It further said this shows that the headline inflation rate year-on-year basis increased in November 2024 compared to the same month in the preceding year, November 2023. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
MLC TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Thanks, you are still there. Now on crime. Detained human rights lawyer and activist Dele Farotimi has stated that he did not send anyone to plead with elder statesman Afe Babalola, who took him to court for defamation. This came as some associates of the detained human rights lawyer called for his release, saying his rights has been violated. Farotimi is currently standing trial in Ekiti State following a petition by Babalola regarding his book, Nigerian and its Criminal Justice System. Recall that the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, recently paid a visit to Afe Babalola, with sources suggesting that the visit was to make a plea on behalf of Farotimi. But speaking on the Sunday edition of Inside Sources with Laolu Akande, Tokwe Temokun, a lawyer for Dele Farotimi, stated that during a prison visit on Friday, Farotimi denied asking Peter Obi to appeal to Afe Babalola or seek an out-of-court settlement. A Nigerian man identified as Johnson has been arrested in Delhi for duping an Indian woman from Rajnandgaon, Chhattisgarh, with a fake matrimonial profile and promising marriage. Rajnandgaon police apprehended Johnson, who is accused of swindling the woman of lakhs of rupees under the pretense of marriage. Police revealed that Johnson has been living in Delhi secretly, even after the expiration of his visa and passport. According to the police, the accused created a fake profile on a matrimonial website where the victim's profile was also listed. He initially attracted the woman's attention and convinced her that he was a UK-based businessman planning to expand his business to India. The accused allegedly contacted the woman through his associates, claiming that he was stranded at the Delhi airport and needed money to exchange the UK currency he had. Rahul Sharma, the additional superintendent of police at Rajnandgaon, said he blackmailed the woman and cheated her of approximately 9 billion naira with the help of his accomplice. Later, when the victim tried calling him, she found his phone switched off. Realizing that she has been scammed, the woman lodged a case of fraud with the Dangaga Police Cyber Cell. After killing innocent residents in Southeast under the pretense of Biafra agitation, there are strong indications that Dr. Ngozi Orab, the new Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile, may face charges of mass murder in the United States. Less than a month after being imprisoned by the Finnish government for terror-related acts, Dr. Orab, the chief of staff of Simon Ekpa, the self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile, overthrew his principal. Ekpa, the commander of the Autopilot, a splinter group of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, was arrested in November along with 4 other people who were thought to be his funders. Furthermore, Ngozi has persisted in inciting and escalating insecurity in the southeast region since succeeding EPA as leader. She was recently captured on camera threatening to kill everyone in the southeast who was dressed in an army, police, immigration, or civil defense gear. The IPOB political wing has officially filed a petition against Dr. Orab W with the U.S. Department of Justice, despite numerous requests and pleas from political stakeholders and intellectual leaders in the troubled area for Orab W and his supporters to stop their violent Biafra campaigns and their flagrant regard for sage advice. Next on our foreign news, a Ukrainian source said a high-ranking general in the Russian armed forces and his assistants has been killed in Moscow by Ukraine's security service. Russia's investigative committee said Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov, head of the Nuclear, Biological, Chemical Defense Forces (NBC), was outside a residential block early on Tuesday when a device hidden in a scooter was detonated remotely. A source in Ukraine's SBU security service claimed Kirillov was a legitimate target and allegedly he had carried out war crimes. Early, the SBU charged Kirillov in absentia, saying on Telegram that he was responsible for the mass use of banned chemical weapons. 12 died at Georgian Sky resorts from suspected carbon monoxide poisoning. The police said the bodies were found in a room above an Indian restaurant not long after a generator had been plugged in nearby. The country's Ministry of International Affairs said 12 people were found dead of suspected carbon monoxide poisoning in Gudauri, a sky area in the Caucasus Mountain in Georgia. The police said the people were found on Friday in a resting area above an Indian restaurant where all of the victims were employed. Officials reported no evidence of violence but found a power generator nearby. The device has been plugged in the previous day and left inside, probably after the restaurant lost power. Officials said in a statement one of the 12 who died was a Georgian national and the other 11 were from other countries, the police said. The deaths are being investigated as negligent homicides. Gudauri, near the Russian border, is the largest and highest resort in the country, making it a popular destination for skiing and paragliding. The head of a US-based Syrian advocacy organization said that a mass grave outside of Damascus contained the bodies of at least 100,000 people killed by the former government of ousted President Bashar al-Assad. Muaz Mustafa, head of the Syrian Emergency Task Force, speaking in a telephone interview from Damascus, said the site at Al-Katafa, 25 miles 40 kilometers north of the Syrian capital, was one of 5 mass graves that he identified on the years. Mustafa said that he is sure there are more mass graves than the 5 sites, and that along with Syrians, victims included US and British citizens and other foreigners. Hundreds of thousands of Syrians are estimated to have been killed since 2011, when Assad cracked down on protests against his rule grew into a full-scale civil war. Next is sport updates. Nigerian star ADEMOLA LOOKMAN has been named the African Player of the Year at the prestigious 2024 Confederation of African Football Awards. The announcement was made during a glittering ceremony in Marrakech, Morocco, celebrating the finest talent in African football. The Atalanta forward had a sensational year, dazzling fans with his incredible skill, blistering pace, and clinical finishing. Lookman was instrumental in both his club's success in Serie A and Nigeria's qualification for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. His standout performances include crucial goals in the UEFA Europa League and consistent brilliance in domestic competitions, solidified his position as one of Africa's brightest stars. Lookman edged out fierce competition from Morocco's Achraf Hakimi Ivory Coast Simon Adigra, and PSG's Achraf Hakimi, Guinea striker Serhou Guirassy, and South African goalkeeper Ronwen Williams to claim the coveted award. In May, LOOKMAN became the first player to score a hat-trick in a UEFA Europa League final as Atalanta stunned Bayer Leverkusen 3-0, dramatically halting the Bundesliga champions' 51-match unbeaten run in all competitions. Speaking at the event, LOOKMAN dedicated the award to his teammates, family, and the fans who have supported him throughout his career. And from our entertainment desk, the festive season offers Nigerians the perfect opportunity to gather loved ones and bask in the nostalgic charm of vintage Christmas movies. This classic offers heartwarming stories, nostalgic charm, and festive cheers, making them ideal for family bonding or quiet evenings at home. Presenting these classics for Nigerians looking to embrace the spirit of Christmas. Here are some must-watch vintage Christmas films to light up the season. We have It's a Wonderful Life 1946, Miracle on 34th Street 1947, White Christmas 1954, A Christmas Carol 1951, Meet Me in St. Louis 1944, and many more. Many of these movies are available on popular streaming platforms. Do watch one of them. And this is where we wrap it up on today's news. For more information or contributions and advert placements, please call the numbers displayed on your screen. Join us daily to watch our news and other exciting programs that will brighten your day. You can also subscribe to all our social media handles to watch our previous and subsequent programs. We are Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brothers and sisters keeper to build a happier and better society together. Thanks for watching. I am Gift Daniel. See you tomorrow.